Welcome you on the show, Sports Update on Trust TV. I'm Adeni Jishafe. Time to look at those stories trending in the world of sport. As we look at the AMGA, that is the African Military Games taking place in Abuja, where we look at the development that so far happened so far with their team Nigeria. Nigerian wrestlers win 15 medals at African Military Games. As in wrestling, they've really done well between yesterday and today. They've won about 15 medals, and we'll be looking at all the categories of medals they won in Greco-Roman wrestling category. Good one for Team Nigeria. The Nigerian military are really doing so well, at least topping the table right now with that lots of medal won in the sport of wrestling. Let's look at the categories of all the wrestlers where they've been able to triumph in wrestling Greco-Roman in the 2024 African Military Games, where in 97 kilogram, Nigeria actually came third here. Elebiju Oke of Nigeria getting a bronze there behind Raslane Zitoni, who won silver in the second position, and Bejelo Amin of Algeria, who won gold in 97 kilogram and Greco-Roman result. In 82 kilogram, Algeria also came first there, Amar Momen, while Jabri Mohammed of Tunisia came second. Tobechuku Ude came third with the bronze medal. While in 130 kilogram category of Greco-Roman also, Alou Zamza of Algeria with gold, Ashebani Al-Magani of Libya second, Akubude Frederick of Nigeria coming third, while in the 77 kilogram we have Doche Shoki of Algeria, Nida Shidi of Tunisia, Richard Alex of Nigeria getting another bronze medal. 55 kilogram category, Sofian Zania of Algeria and Prezi Modeme coming second with silver, while Algeria also scooped 87 kilogram category, Otochukwu Keke getting silver, while Sobri Mosra of Tunisia actually won third position there. But let's see, look at the other side of the event. Nigeria also did well in the category of this Greco-Roman, not so good for Nigerian men and women. Stephen Olowo getting second in this kilogram category, while 63 kilogram category we have Abdeno of Algeria, while Eda A of Nigeria coming second. In the 677, it's Benfridge of Algeria, Julius Adekunle and Gali Walid and Femi Adebayo in that category of medal in the wrestling Greco-Roman. And in other categories of wrestling, Nigeria have actually done well. They've been able to pick at least 15 medals so far at this competition. You look at that picture there, that's the president of the federation, Daniel Igali, who used to be a wrestler too. He's a Canadian wrestler that actually won gold at the Olympics, even though he's from Nigeria. He competed for Canada at the Olympics and he was able to do well. Right now he's the commissioner for sport by Bayelsa State, and also double as the president of Nigerian Wrestling Federation, been there with those wrestlers, because at least this competition will let them see a lot of wrestlers that can wrestle for Nigeria in different competitions. Congrats to all of them for being able to do well and winning 15 medals so far for Nigeria at the African Military Games taking place in Abuja there. Just to give you updates concerning that, we continue to bring you more concerning what our team is doing. So far, Nigeria is among the top when it comes to the medal table about this particular competition. Well, from that African Military Games, we swoop straight down to basketball. There is a competition called Basketball African League, where all the top clubs from all the regions of Africa come together to play basketball, and always come up in Rwanda. But this time around, that has been moved, the final be moved to South Africa in Pretoria. That story says South Africa to host Basket League Africa 2025. That's the final. South Africa will be hosting the final in Pretoria. While South Africa will be hosting the final in Pretoria, other locations will also come up. Let's look at those locations where those games will be coming up across Africa. Rabat, Morocco will play host Africa between 5 to 13 in that region, while in the that's another region from West African side. We have Dakar, Senegal, hosting all the nations there from West African side. Kigali will also be there to host the Nile Conference, while the final will be coming up in Pretoria comes 6 to 14 June, from 5th of April to 13th. Rabat, Morocco, 26th to 4th. in Dakar, Senegal, while Kigali, Rwanda, the BIK Arena rather, will be hosting from 17th to 25th of May, while Pretoria will be where all the best teams will converge by 6th to 14th of June, where they will be playing their games in 2025. See the same way it is. Well, Africa will at least experience the best of basketball in the Sahara Conference and also Kalahari Conference of this particular league. Well, our own darling team, Rivers Super, came third the last time they were there, and now they've also qualified for this competition. Hopefully this time around they will go there and scoop it. Well, Coach Odaudu has really done well with that team, being able to conquer Nigerian Basketball Premier League that they just won, and from there they qualify for this competition that will be coming up. And right now they'll be going to Dakar, Senegal to participate, where they'll be competing against the best from West African side before they move, at least see if they can make it to South Africa, where the finals will be coming up. Like I said, they came third last time, and they'll be rooting to be the top team this time around. Talking about basketball there. From basketball, let's go straight to football. We have our Super Falcons. They'll be playing against France in an international friendly game that will be coming up. International friendly. France unveils squad for Super Falcons for 30th November showdown. That showdown will be coming up at that exact date over there in France. And now the French Le Bleu women have released the list of the players that will be playing for them in that game. Well, right now we have, even though it's written in French, you know sport is universal language, at least you can easily decode what they meant there. The list of the French team there for women, you have the goalkeepers, actually called gardiens in French. You have Leron Pamet, Magni, and Pico Siba. Those are the players that have been invited. For the defenders, you have Bacha, Gugaut, Cascarino, De Almeida, Lacra, Liguli, Mbok, Reynard, you have Samora and Sombat. Those are the defenders that will be playing for France against Super Falcons on that particular 30th of November. While the midfield, you have Baltimore, Dali, Kejoro, Jim Frongos, you have Cachao, Limoel, Marjorie, and Tolete. Well, for the attackers, it's Becho, Cascarino, Diani, Fela, Katoto, you have Lesoma, Malad, and Mateo. Well, they will be playing against Nigeria on 30th, and they'll be facing Spain also. That will be on 3rd of December. Well, Super Falcons are ready for this, and let's see what they'll be playing against the French national team in a friendly. They'll be at least using that to fine-tune themselves. It's always good to play all these top teams so that you'll be able to know where you've been so far. Well, all the players have been playing. They are training different clubs over there in Europe and also in Americas. But right now, they need to come together by 30th of this month, where they'll be fighting out against France in an international friendly there before France also face Spain in another crucial match that they'll be playing. Well, just to give you update concerning that particular showdown between Nigerian team, the Super Falcons, and the Le Bleu women of France in that encounter. From that friendly, let's talk about the team that will be playing tonight. Yes, they'll be playing as we speak right now. They are really ready, getting ready to face FC Massa of Egypt in the third place match that has to do with CAF Women Champions League. That's the story there. Edo Queens coach hope for a third place. Grateful for awards nomination. Well, 2-in-1 for the Edo Queens, because right now they'll be facing FC Massa in the third place fight to see how they can scoop it. They are actually competing for $350,000 if they are able to win this match against FC Massa of Egypt. And if they are able to win, they also have the chance to win more, because the amount of money that have been at least put down for this particular game is not a mincemeat at all. A big one there, $350,000 at stake for them to compete against FC Massa. Meanwhile, the coach of that team has been nominated, among others, for Coach of the Year. That has to do with women by CAF Award for 2024, alongside two other Nigerian coaches. That has to do with Christopher Danjuma of Nasarawa Amazon, a Nigeria coach for Falconet, that's under 20 team, alongside Olowo Kere, that's the coach of under 17 Flamingos, who also right now have been nominated for this particular award for the coach of the year alongside Moses Adoku, the coach of Edo Queens, who is appreciating that particular nomination. Aside from himself, he's also thanking CAF for recognizing 2 of his players. That's who has been aligned also for this particular award of best player when it comes to those who apply their trade in Africa. Well, she's been listed among them, and also the goalkeeper of Edo Queens, Oyono, has also been listed among the best goalkeeper in Africa. So for that particular nominations there. So you can see the reason why the man is appreciating CAF for giving them the chance to have 3 slots among those slots of nominees in CAF award for 2024. Well, hopefully Edo Queens will do us proud. They will win this game and they will come back home making much money at the competition that has to do with Women CAF Champions League. Well, from there, let's talk about another coach, but this time around, although still in Edo State, this one is actually resigned from the club he used to be a coach upon. When we look at Coach Monday Odigi, resigns as Bender Insurance Technical Advisor. He has been with them for a while, about 4 years reign with that team, and now Monday Odigi actually showing so well today, and that news actually has gone viral. Let's look at his achievement within the 4 years with that team. Well, he spent 4 years with them. He promoted them from from NNL, Nigerian National League. They were able to get promotion to the MPFL, Nigerian Premier Football League, with an unbeaten run from the NNL. Well, from the lower cadre, the second tier of Nigerian football, now league football rather, they moved to the MPFL without losing any game. Rather unbeaten run that they went home with, and from there he also he was able to win the President Federations Cup title with Bender Insurance. Aside that, he led the club to CAF Confederation Cup, where they did not win it, but at least he was able to get them to the African Continental ticket, which they play. Odigi has done well for himself and also for that club. Within 4 years, he was able to achieve those feats that we just read out there. Congrats to him, and also his future endeavor, or whatever he wants to do, let him go. At least we know that a lot of clubs will be coming for him right now after this resignation. He has been a good coach with Bender Insurance. Well, from Bender Insurance story, let's take one more before we go on break. Let's look at Nigerian Football Federation President at the summit that took place over in Nigeria Republic. Right now, NFL President has been elected as the first Vice President of West African Football Union B, the WAFU B as we call them in a short form. And right now, the man that actually leads the way in Nigerian football is now the first Vice President of WAFU B. Well, after that 17th General Assembly that took place in Niamey, Nigeria Republic, we have the Ghanaian President called Edwin Simeon Okraku, who is now the President of WAFU B, and the Burkinabe Football President is now the second Vice President, and that's Umaro Sawadogo, who is now the second Vice President of WAFU B, while Ibrahim Musa Gusso is now the President, first Vice President of WAFU B, the Nigerian Football Federation President. That's where the 17th Annual General Assembly actually took place in Niamey, Nigeria Republic, and that was where the election unfolded. And now our president, that's the NFL president, becoming the first Vice President of the WAFU B, where they govern the football activities of West Africa. Now we go on a short break. By the time we return, we'll give you much more.
World Championship, World Championship, World Championship, the Warrior, 2015, Subhanallah, Why the Kenya, Anna Kibarani, Bahago Alikawaj, and the Takalahia. Let's take a second. Master Chin. Kadabana ala Bakimani. Labo Tati Labayati. Labo ala Pesabashi. Nala Kabir Dagala Tamazone. Gakma ala Zim Tamazone. Ala Bakimani. Why the Kaina? Ana Bakimani Zakani. Bahago Alikawaj. Isakwaya biet takalahia
It's interesting seeing those five there. Well, that's Dambe for you, promoting our own sports every time on the show Sports Update. And now let's give you some more concerning sports update there. Quickly, let's talk about after the AFCON 2025 qualifiers, that where all the teams really battled out to see who will qualify there. Nigeria played against Rwanda in Uyo, and we actually lost against Rwanda in that game. After that, Libya went gaga. Right now, they are really accusing Nigeria of match fixing. Aside that, where they play against the Benin Republic, that's the story we're looking at. AFCON 2025, Benin Republic demands CAF ban on Libya. So it's getting more clearer now that it's not only Nigeria that Libya have been hostile to. Now they did the same thing, although they did not separate or hijack or keep them away, but they played the game. But after the game, objects were thrown at the Benin Republic team. The cheaters of Benin Republic actually were thrown at with objects, and the coach of that team, Kanoro, and the captain really spoke out. But right now, the government of Benin Republic have really reached out to CAF to see what they need to do about Libya, and this is becoming too common now. CAF needs to take a very serious responsibility concerning that, because from the way it is, if they don't sanction Libya, they continue to do this. And now, if Libya are saying, well, they didn't do anything against Nigeria, what about Benin Republic that just launched their own? Let's look at the statement from Benin Republic to CAF on this. The government of Benin has condemned in very strong terms acts of barbarism by Libya during the crucial 2025 AFCON qualifier in Tripoli, and demanded sanctions against the North African nation. Video clips show Benin being attacked after they held host Libya to a scoreless draw to qualify the 2025 AFCON in Morocco. Benin captain Steve Monet described the situation as a war zone. Benin government spokesperson Wilfred Leandre Humbeji announced that official protests were immediately made to the relevant authorities. The Minister of Foreign Affairs acted where he should act. The Minister of Sport and the President of the Beninese Football Federation were instructed to take the necessary action at the level of the umbrella bodies. We will ensure that the interests of our national team are defended. Acts of barbarism have no place in football. Benin demands exemplary sanctions to prevent such excesses. So this is from Benin Republic to CAF for them to sanction Libya. This is two coming against that same nation. So something must be done. Maybe CAF just have to take a serious sanction against Libya. Yes, it's no longer about Nigeria now. It's also about other nations, accusing them of being barbaric in the way they treat other teams. Well, from there, let's run through three more stories before we wrap it up. This time around, we talk about our own star player, Chukwueze. Turkish Super League giant Besiktas JK set sights on Samuel Chukwueze. They want to go for him. If everything goes well, Besiktas really want to go for Chukwueze there. And this one say Victor Boniface out until 2025 after injury on international duty. Well, after playing against Rwanda, he actually sustained injury there. Hopefully, we wish him a quick recovery concerning that injury. And the last one has to do with the Friday fixtures. Matches coming up tonight over there in Europe. Let's look at those fixtures. We have Getafe against Real Valladolid, Augsburg against Bayern Munich, Brest against Monaco, and PSG hosting Toulouse in those games slated for Friday fixtures over there in Europe. For Edo Queens, with them the best as a filer against FC Massa of Egypt and the CAF Women Champions League. That's it on the show. Sports Update. Adeni Aji Shafe. Thanks for watching.